Hello, and today is our last day of biomes. All right. So today we're going to learn about the ocean biomes. We should be completing our packet. This is our last section today in the biome menu. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you and seeing what you've come up with. Here is our definition. Marine comes from or made from or lives in the sea or ocean. Here are some examples. Kelp coral seaweed. This is a very tall um, a shoot of seaweed, I believe. And this is some coral. And here are some examples of marine animals. So here is a sea turtle, and here is a sea. We have 5 ocean biomes in the world. Atlantic Ocean, which is located between the North and South Americas and Europe and Africa. Pacific Ocean, which is located between America and the Asian continent, as well as Australia down here. Southern Ocean, which is by Antarctica, the South Pole. And the Indian Ocean, which is by India, which is located around here between India and Africa. And the Arctic Ocean, which is in the North Pole. And again, we have Arctic biome there as well. All oceans are going to share certain traits because they are all spill into each other. As we can see, they're all interconnected. 70% of Earth is covered in these oceans. So 70% of life on this Earth comes from the ocean. And there are 3 layers to each of the oceans. The euphotic layer, which is shallow water. Dysphotic layer between the shallow water and the deep water. So that's like the middle layer. And the aphotic layer, deep part of the water. Let's go through these words really quickly. The main root word here is photic, which means light. So how much light is getting to that layer. Prefix U means normal, so that's normal light. So if we were to swim in that shallow section, we would still be able to see because there's light. Dis means it's getting away from light, so it's going to be darker as you get down to that middle layer. And then A meaning absence of light, meaning no light at all. No light, very dark. You will not be able to see down there. So imagine you're going from the top of the ocean all the way to the bottom. You're going to lose light and it's going to get darker. And different kinds of life will usually be in those different layers because some animals in the ocean have adapted to deep sea life, so they're blind. They're probably pale because they don't develop melanin, which colors the skin based on how much light is in the area. Whereas closer to the euphotic layer, you might get small fish, maybe jellyfish. In the dis layer, you might get some predatory animals that take advantage of between dark and light to hunt prey in the euphotic layer. The average ocean temperature is around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. However, the temperature can change based on these circumstances. So where it's located in the world, if you notice, the Arctic Ocean and Southern Ocean are very near the poles where it's very cold, whereas the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Ocean are kind of in the middle of the Earth, so probably they're more likely to be way warmer. Wind depth and sunlight can all affect their ocean, so the ocean temperature in particular. So if the Arctic Ocean is located near the North Pole, it's very cold there. That ocean would most likely not be 60 degrees. Think of all the ice there, the lack of hot sunshine, and the cold wind circulating and blowing over the ocean. Use your research skills to find out the specifics for each of these oceans. Here is another diagram and map. So the white section is the continents of the Earth, and here is our map key. The colder regions are blue, and as it gets warmer, it goes gradually from these colors all the way up to red, which is hotter. So we can see a pattern here. From the top to the bottom, it's dark blue, and then it gets to lighter blue, teal, light green, medium green, yellow, and red. So notice those patterns. So these lines are very consistent with each other and how hot or cold these oceans are. And here is some specifics on animal life. All ocean biomes have a variety of life. Some of these we may be familiar with. Sharks, turtles, and fish we may have heard of. But there's various species of sharks, turtles, and fish, and this depends on the circumstances of each ocean. Again, how cold is it? How hot is it? Regarding the layers, what animals take advantage of different kinds of those layers? How deep is each of the oceans? Because not every ocean has the same depth. Hammerhead sharks, lemon sharks, bull sharks, and great whites are all different species of sharks, but do they all live in the same ocean? Whales also tend to migrate, so orcas, blue whales, dolphins, do they all live in the same ocean? And there's different varieties of each of these whales, so maybe they're not all in the same ocean. Here's some examples of the. So here we have orca whales right here, gray whale, blue humpback whale, some sharks, ooh, a whiptail shark. Oh, those are scary. So pay attention that these different kinds of marine life will certainly be in a different ocean depending on their own needs. And here we have plant life. All ocean biomes have a variety of plant life. And going back to our previous examples, kelp and coral and algae, take notice there are also various species of all of these. So depending upon the circumstances of each ocean, not every ocean is going to have the same type of coral in it. Maybe the Atlantic Ocean has a different ocean as a different ocean coral than the Pacific Ocean coral. Or what about the colder oceans? Can they even support coral? Think about that. Find the research for it. And that is the last of our ocean biome for today. I really look forward to seeing your menus at the end of today at 4 o'clock. And again, remember, I'm looking forward to seeing your work and seeing your faces when you come back to class. We will continue our research project when we come back to school. Stay happy and stay healthy.